I said 1945. So.
A lot of people have this misconception about...
You just heard that on my phone, so I'm gonna... Fuck. Tell me I'm not getting one single Twitter viewer for myself. Nope, I should change tags. Politics. Change my Twitch tags. International news. Terry. Affairs. Current events. Conflict. English. There we go. I think that's how my max tags. My Twitch stream title has whatchamacallit. Has Total War Rome 2 to it, which I will get to, but later. Yeah. Everything's good. My other accounts. Not on my other accounts, but fudge. Alright. Let me show that. This is what I was about to play.
A lot of people have this misconception about the M1.
I don't know who this guy is, but he did I have a video saved from him because he can show you how you can buy an M1 Garand from this pseudo-government organization called the Rifle and Pistol Commission or something, and that's where you can get an M1 Garand. Not necessarily a used military version one, but at least a new one, a created one.
Misconception about the M1 Garand that if you do what I'm doing right now, sticking my fingers in the open action, that the bolt is liable to come forward and smash your fingers, and that's really not the case. When the gun is fully locked back like this, there's only two ways to get that bolt to move, and that's to depress the magazine follower all the way to the magazine floor plate. Usually that's accomplished by loading a full clip of ammunition, or you depress the follower slightly, pull back on the charging handle, you hear it click, and then you can release the bolt. Obviously, you need to get your fingers out the way, or they are going to get crushed. The problem that sometimes people have is that this rifle can exist in a state whereby the bolt gets hooked on the follower rather than being completely locked back. When the bolt is resting on the follower like this, it...
For those who are unaware, there's a thing called Garand Thumb, where if you don't press shit down, press the gun fucking right, press the magazine clip thing in right, it could, you can jam your fucking finger.
Is liable to slam shut at the slightest jostling or at the slightest movement or depression of that follower. The good thing is it's pretty obvious to tell when the bolt is hooked on the follower rather than being completely locked back. And in fact, you can't load a clip of ammunition.
Wait, hold on, what was the difference? I didn't see.
Depression of that follower. The good thing...
What, this part is sunken back? Is that what I'm seeing, or this part? Oh, this is bad because the bolt's like about to come out.
It's pretty obvious to tell when the bolt is hooked on the follower rather than being completely locked back. And in fact, you can't load a clip of ammunition when it's resting on the follower like this. So in order to avoid any problems with the M1 Garand, really the best thing to do is that when you pull on the op rod handle, pull it back like you mean it, and lock that bolt completely open. A lot of people...
Yeah, that's the thing about guns, is you can't be gentle with them. Handle it like, treat it like it spoke bad about, handle it like it spoke bad about your mother. Remember we were doing, the GMs were trying to run gun qualifications for everyone. I don't know why the fuck I just, took a sip there in the middle of a thought, but, you're supposed to, we have to do gun qualifications like every 6 months or every quarter to make sure everyone is, you know, allowed to shoot, you know, stand armed with a gun. And so you have to have these like quarterly or half-year qualifications where you have to shoot within a certain, you have to make a certain amount of hits at different stages for it to all work out, for you to pass. And so we're doing that, and so they're lining it up all with both pistols and rifles, and then shotguns afterwards, which unfortunately I was not up for because I was on my way out. They just wanted to have me get my pistol qual so I could stand officer of the deck watch. Ashore. And so like some people were like, you know, gently pumping the shotgun. So then the GMC had to speak up like, hey guys, when you're pumping that shotgun, handle it like it owes you money. It's gonna jam up if you don't like put the right necessary force into it. Is this Alexandra?
Did I see it?
Yeah, it is Alexandra. Oh yeah, she's got like, her thumb is like overly flexible or double jointed, so she has trouble actually like loading a magazine in. Oh, there's Hickok. How old is this video? Load, goddamn you!
Grand thumb. I knew I would do it. You don't want grand thumb, so let me show you how not to load an M1 Garand.
Let me. Whoa, hold
Show
up.
you how not to load an M1 Garand. All right, no charge for this service. See that bolt? It flies forward with a lot of force, and it can hurt you. Such a thing called Garand thumb. When you're pushing a magazine into there, and you leave your thumb in there, and it gets caught in the bolt. Garand thumb, M1 Garand thumb, you don't want it, okay? It's not contagious, you just don't want it. Let me show you, there's a little
It's not contagious, yeah.
bit of force here, so when you're pushing the clip in here of ammo, boom, oh, it closes up. Let me do it, look at that pencil. Let me do that again.
Okay, it's soft aluminum, but
You're gonna pull this all the way back when you're putting the clip in, and pushing down. Ah, not good. So it comes pretty hard. It broke that pencil.
again, soft wood.
Pieces out of there, and maybe I'll show you how to do it properly. Okay? I don't think we want a pencil in there when we fire the gun. There we go. That'll fall out. There we go. All right. Little dirt.
No, fire it with the
Handle,
pencil
little
still
dirt.
lodged in there. Let's see how fun that
You
is.
take the magazine, excuse me, the clip. The magazine's in the gun. It's an internal magazine. All right, clip of ammo. So we're going to insert it in the magazine. Here's a mistake people make again. They'll, oh yeah, it goes in there like that, huh? Ah, gotcha. Well, let's see. Let's just push it on down in there. Well, you push it down in. When it gets down, guess what? Your thumb gets caught. So you want to have your hand against the bolt handle there, just like that, as you push down, so you have control of it, over it.
Ah,
All
so
right?
that's the trick.
Now the bolt might fly forward. I might even have to give it a nudge, but you never know. There you go. Sometimes it goes forward on its own, sometimes it doesn't, but at least that way you have control over it, and you keep your thumb, your non-Garand thumb. And guess what? It's loaded. I guess I ought to empty it, right?
He's just always got this like cacophony of different, a panoply of shit out here at his range. I got to shoot an M14 in Idaho at some point.
Get ready for the ping.
Oh yeah, the famous ping.
There it was.
Oh man, that ejected out so
Alright,
weakly.
So that's how you.
Damn. Alright, what the hell's going on? A Tenma's short, do I dare?
Christopher Judge is in the house.
Alright, simping after the voice actor of Kratos. One long speech later.
I'm so happy for him, Mom. I'm so happy.
Thank you. Chris Judge. I think he was trying to give away a few extra Steam Decks as well. All right.
I don't know if he sounded angry when he said that. He was?
Of their next
What the fuck was... Alright, whatever. I don't know. What the hell even happened? I, like, actually went through Clash Report's, fucking entire feed, earlier today, so there's not much new here. Alright, what the hell is this one? Additional M60A3 Patton main battle tanks belonging to the Thai army. Okay, that follows. Thailand has close relations to the US, so it wouldn't be surprising if they have, they somehow got their hands on Patton tanks. Like, this is the tank that just missed World War I. Are moving towards the Poi Pot border checkpoint with Cambodia. Are they going to try and get across the other side? I was just watching Ryan Macbeth's, let's see if I can find him, video, and he's very skeptical that this is going to evolve into a hotter war. This video over here, because like it's just such a quagmire to go from either side, cross the border and go to the other side. Thailand maybe has more than anybody, has the capacity, more than Cambodia has the capacity to, in terms of manpower, to overwhelm Cambodia than the other way around. But it still presents a quagmire. So right now, it just looks like they're going to do these border disputes, and maybe they can move the border. Maybe they'll try and move the border ever so slightly so that they got control of one of these fuck-off temples, Buddhist temples or whatever, and then say, all right, we're fine. We'll go for a ceasefire along the line of control right now. So yeah, Patton tanks, that makes sense that Thailand would have those. They don't have anything modern. Those platforms are ancient, so God knows how hard it is to keep them up and running. Although maybe these older platforms are a little bit more reliable, even if they don't have the parts for them. Let's ask this question to ChatGPT. Alright. Thailand has some Patton tanks. How do they maintain those things? Where do they source spare parts if these things are from the 50s? Also, Thailand have any modern tanks? Let's see what we get here. M480 and M60 Patton tanks, which are Cold War era US design armor. You're absolutely right to ask, how do they keep those 50s, 60s tanks running? Here's how they I don't know what the fuck is it with this things. You're using emojis on this one, so I already dislike it. MA48, A5, and M60A3 tanks are still in limited service, mostly for training, reserve, or regional defense units. They're maintained through cannibalization, stripping parts from retired vehicles to maintain operational ones, local refurbishing. The Thai Army Maintenance Department and Thai military industry refurbishes parts domestically. Foreign suppliers. Thailand buys parts from third-party contractors and surplus vendors in the US, Israel, and Turkey, countries with large M60 stockpiles. Okay. So nobody's got a modern factory spin-off just making parts for these things for the Thai. Modernization kits. Some M60s worldwide have been upgraded with new fire control systems, engines, or armor by Israel's IMI or Turkey's Asilan, and Thailand has considered similar upgrades. So yes, the tanks from the M60s are kept alive, but it's logistics and cost burden. That's partly why Thailand has been modernizing its armored fleet. So what are they trying to? Thailand now fields more modern battle tanks, especially from China and Ukraine. What? I'm not reading beyond, but it sounds to me like they're buying surplus Soviet shit from Ukraine, who is willing to sell it off. Current frontline battle tank of Thailand, made by Noriko in China. So this is the VT4 MBT-30. So I'm guessing it's a Chinese knockoff of a Russian MBT-30. Delivering starting in 2017, has modern fire control, autoloader, 125mm gun, and composite reactive armor. Thailand has over 60 VT4s. More on order. T-84 Oplot, Ukrainian model tank based on the T-80U design. Thailand ordered 49 units in the early 2010s. Delivery was slow due to the 2014 war in Ukraine, but was eventually complete. The VT4 was ordered partly because of these delays. Alright, so sourcing surplus Soviet-era crap from Ukraine. Not getting anything from the U.S. Interesting enough. We've given out plenty of our old tanks. We even give out some of the old M1 Abrams, which are not that old compared to like the Patton. I should be drinking less water on stream. Anyone hear that? Ice cube crunch. But they're getting stuff from China. I guess that's, you know, regionally close. So they're not share a border with them. Hold up, let me hide this for a second so I don't actually accidentally give away my fucking position. All right, maps.google.com. Thailand. No, Thailand does not have a border with China. However, they have an obvious, pretty close sea route from like here to here. I don't know where the Norco VT4 is produced. No, could be produced here or in Beijing or maybe further inland. But yeah, you know, we could easily just sail around to get it there. So it's not that much a logistical nightmare to get Chinese tanks. And they're going even further afield with Ukrainian crap, so. Oh, what's it? For nearly 2 years, Israel claimed Hamas stole UN aid. Oh yeah, I saw this already. Aid to justify blocking food into Gaza, but Israeli military officials told New York Times, so people within Israel are spilling the tea, so to speak. They found no evidence of systematic theft and admitted the UN aid system was largely effective in feeding Gaza's population. Source the New York Times. I saw some people pushing back on this. Some pro-Israeli people pushing back on this on Twitter. But seeing some of the shit that's... So the argument I'm hearing is that aid is being restricted in because the Israelis like are trying to like make sure that Hamas doesn't steal it to keep it as leverage over their population. Sorry, I had some indigestion there. Over the population of Gaza, but this is obviously creating a humanitarian crisis because, oh, hold up. Let me see, let me just turn this off in case I come across anything I don't, oh, was this, oh, this fucking apocalyptic scene, oh, come on, fucking load. Yeah, it is seeing like absolute Ibrahim at .st7. That's got to be on Instagram. Let's see if I can find that, or maybe on TikTok. Who knows? Damn, it won't load. Found him. View profile. Oh yeah, so I found the original footage. Alright, so fuck this. Oh, shit. Let me dig into Instagram for a second. I can find this guy and show the footage because it's fucking shocking. And I'm getting distracted looking at e-girls on Instagram. I have no self-control. Somebody help me. Just reflexively liking some shit. Oh, one of them replied back to me. All right, hold on a second. All right, focus. Ibrahim.st7. All right, found him. Oh yeah, that just looks bad. They're just crowding up. They're just absolutely swarming the aid truck. Looks like it's all dudes out here. I'm just gonna assume that they're trying to get food for their wives and daughters and stuff. But oh, holy shit, this is just. Oh, and there's another one with them crowding on it. So yes, absolute humanitarian disaster here. like. Yeah, this doesn't look good. Although this is probably, you know, you're probably only seeing it because, you know, I'm just looking through this dumb feed here with Clash Report because they got a wide broth of stuff, and as we've established, it's run by Turks, so not surprising that. I just realized I don't have my chat doc up. Alright, something go through. Yeah, so that's a disaster. So yeah, no wonder. Oh yeah, what's her face? Alright. Just in case there's anything here, let's just give me a second. The girl who cosplayed Sleepy at Offkai, EP Sleepy, her fucking stories. I don't know what fucking con she's at right now, but oh yeah. She's apparently Palestinian and can speak Arabic, so this is what's in her timeline. And she's like, I wonder, like, you know, she's lucky. Her parents got the fuck out apparently, and probably harrowing looking back at that shit. I wouldn't be surprised, you know, if she's like doing, you know, anime e-girl stuff like as a coping mechanism, or just like trying not to focus on shit, because yeah, it can be absolutely horrible. 100,000 Palestinian babies will die within if aid doesn't reach them. What's the next one? Oh, this is news. Apparently there was a flotilla trying to get to their, like, the thing that Greta Thunberg got caught on, and then the Israelis apprehended them off the coast of Gaza. Remember back when Biden had this whole fucking setup that we were going to deliver aid from the coast from that landing port? That beachhead that we made up of a floating flotilla for ships to come into, take food, bring aid, and then it got fucking washed away like a fucking disaster. What's this? One day when it's safe, when there's no personal downside to calling it what it is, when it's too late to hold anyone accountable, everyone will always be against this. Omar Al-Akkad. Wow, Akkad? Are you kidding me with a name like that? I mean, plenty of people are saying they're not getting in trouble right now or absolutely losing anything. It's the people who, like, don't know how to control themselves or have any sense of optics. Then again, the people, you know, I don't think there's any way you can, like, optically or unoptically affect any fucking change at this point. Yes, the Trump administration is cracking down on quote-unquote anti-Semitism, which is really just anti-Zionist sentiments. I think there was one guy at Columbia that they tried to arrest but got let off. The courts, like, told him no, and they actually abided by the court's decision at this point. Or maybe they're trying to pursue it, but they couldn't hold him in custody in jail. I forget what his name was, but again, I wouldn't mind if we were, like, you know, rounding up people who are saying extremely explicit anti-American shit, and then, you know, saying, all right, your visa's voided, fuckwad. Thank you for being, like, you know, expressing your contempt to us openly, but doing it on behalf of Israel leaves a bad taste in my mouth. So, I mean, Bernie Sanders is going out with this shit. You know, if you're Democrats, you can probably get along with this. Unless you're, like, looking for that AIPAC money, which, you know, plenty of Democrats do take. And at this point, Trump's in control, so what the fuck are you gonna do? Like, I had this conversation before with the Israel-Palestine issue on Twitter at some point, which was somebody brought up, like, why does everyone stop, like, protesting as hard back before Trump was president? And I had to point out it's because seemingly you guys thought, you know, you pro-Palestinian people out there thought that you could actively effectuate change because you thought maybe Biden could be sympathetic to it, or should be sympathetic based on what Democratic priors it. But you guys don't understand how pro-Zionist Biden has been all throughout his time. So thinking that he was going to turn on Israel harshly in the way that you want to was never going to happen. And even he did at some point, but it was never enough. Restricting offensive aid, and of course Congress would actually flip their shit over it as well. So they tried to a certain extent, but now Trump's not going to give you the time of fucking day. So yeah, no wonder people are like muted on the fucking protests at this point. Because you're not going to make any headway, because this is a heavily foreign policy related issue, so therefore it is firmly under control of the executive branch, which is owned by Trump, and he is pro-Israel. Maybe he's anti-Netanyahu at this fucking point, because everyone's getting fucking fed up with Netanyahu and all the shit he's starting with Iran, Lebanon. Well, Lebanon happened under Biden, but now with the Asweda Druze conflict in Syria, they're like getting absolutely fed up with Netanyahu. All right, enough of this shit. Oh, another IDF soldier died. I'm just looking at him now, and I know second tour SWO officer is not exactly 100 like, but the hairstyle and the pallor of the face, the pallor of his skin, slightly reminded me of him. I'm not going to show who it was, but this gave me a little bit of whiplash there. Saw somebody I knew. Also, the other guy was definitely way skinnier. He was from New York, so go figure. Democratic Party's image is at its lowest in 30 years. Yeah, but we're probably going to take the House just off of anti-Trump inertia at this point. The IDF will implement pauses in several Gaza population centers on... Whoa, the IDF will implement pauses on several... Oh no, OBS probably crashed. Oh boy. What? Streaming live. I'm doing a 1080p source. I probably should like downgrade that. You don't need that high quality looking at my dumbass. Oh, there goes all my viewers. Whatever, I'm still gonna rant and rave anyways. The fuck, do I have 2 viewers on YouTube? How did that happen? Ugh. Alright, so IDF will implement pauses in military operations, I guess, in several Gaza population centers on Sunday to allow safe aid delivery by UN and other organizations. So I guess, maybe to a certain extent, the pressure is working. The international pressure is working. Maybe it's not enough, and this is just an absolute token gesture. We'll see whether or not it amounts to anything. Sad, really. Alright, what the hell is this? Turkey developed Gazap, its most powerful conventional bomb to date, weighing 970 kgs. Gazap is a thermobaric bomb, so that's purely like fire and pressure powering it. Bomb designed for maximum destruction. It disperses... Oh, wait, what? It does have fragment? Oh, it disperses 10,000 fragments on detonation, creating high heat and pressure over a wide area. No, that is a thing. There's a thing for bombs where it explodes, but it releases a bunch of metallic parts that burn really hot and then amplify the explosion. I forget how it works. I vaguely remember something like this back when I was like 12 and watched the military channel way too much. There is a way to create a bomb that releases the fragments of metal, of like burning metal or something, and it magnifies the explosion by like 10,000 fold. Video won't fucking load. God damn it. Breaking: the Handala humanitarian aid ship en route to deliver aid to Gaza's children under Israeli blockade has been intercepted by Israeli forces. They're not going to let you through, so either like gun up and tell them to fuck off. You want to actually be brave? Get a cannon and get some guns and fire back. Although then they'll probably airstrike you from it, so that would be a fucking suicide mission in all honesty. Is that guy got a shotgun? No, that's a rifle. So yeah, people keep on doing this, and like Israel keeps on coming in and saying, Yep, nope, we're not allowing this. They did this with Greta Thunberg's boat, and then they quickly deported everyone. Where did the Handala humanitarian aid ship? Let me look this up, where this fucking ship came from. Oh, Visegrad being, of course, like an absolute Israel brown-noser here. The activists will be deported. Yeah, no shit. Where the fuck do they come from? Life-saving aid. Now, then again, there is something to be said, like, maybe they might be smuggling weapons in, and I don't know, the shape of that, the sound of the name there. It also was in international waters, 30 miles off Gaza. Huh. Alright, territorial waters is 12 nautical miles off the baseline. The contiguous zone where enforcement is also allowable is another 12 off of that. So in 30, you're at max in somebody's economic exclusion zone, where you can't, you can just go, you can freely travel through there, but you can't like do any sort of like resource extraction, fishing, oil mining, or whatever without what the heck? Let's see here. Without the country whose economic exclusion zone it is, without their permission. Where is this? What is it? Freedom Flotilla Coalition confirms that civilian vessel Handala en route to the armed boat was carrying, like, Handala carried a shipment of critical humanitarian aid for Palestinian Gaza, including baby formula, diapers, food, and medicine. Okay. So they're really trying to say, we're just trying to save the kid. Save the kids. And intended for direct distribution. Christian Smalls, Amazon Labor Union founder. Wow. Okay. Jacob Berger, U.S.-American activist. Bob Swery, Jewish U.S. war veteran. Braden Pisulo, sailor and direct action activist. Dr. Frank Romano, international lawyer and actor. France, U.S. Oh, so they're from all over Europe. Where did this boat come from? Where did the fucking boat come from? Alright, hold up, Grok. Where the hell did this Handala aid ship set sail from? I misspelled where. Get off my ass. From Syracuse, Italy. Before continuing its journey towards Gaza. So, yeah, this is cute and all, but, you know, hard power beats, you know, humanitarian aid, like, whenever. Like, if somebody shows up with a gun, what are you gonna fucking do? So. Footage of the Israeli soldiers who raided the Handala humanitarian aid ship. Oh, they're just crowding them up and, you know, intimidating the shit out of them. What are they screeching at them in? Cut off the access to the Handala humanitarian aid ship. Cameras go dark one by one. Yeah, because they don't want, you know, adverse footage of anything happening. Or, you know, something that could be construed as, you know, them using excessive force. The EU is withholding 1.7 billion aid to Ukraine over corruption concerns, citing missing reform benchmarks. Ukraine fell short of a key reform benchmarks, including appointments to a special anti-corruption court. The aid part of the 50 billion EU fund may still be restored if conditions are met. Right, so they passed some law in Ukraine that consolidated this nearly pseudo-independent anti-corruption organization in Ukraine. Sorry, I'm scratching my back. And merged it with, like, you know, the regular Ministry of Justice or something. Now, it's not like we have anything like this in the US or even, you know, regular Western European nations, but I don't know if they have these things like in Eastern European nations, because there is this whole system within the EU where they will get foreign, like, lawyers or hired judges to administer corruption court cases in Eastern European countries who have had problems with corruption. So, but the point is that you can have somebody who's got, you know, only ties to France and only has his money in France go over and be an impartial judge in a foreign country who's within the EU. So this is a good way to make sure that the judges involved are actually fair and know what they're doing. Of course, I imagine they have to, like, you know, be trained up on the language and law of where they're going to settle, but can you know, if you're that good enough to be a judge and a lawyer, I'm pretty sure you can stack up on that pretty well. Study up on that pretty well. Actually, I'm gonna go to what let me find here. Go with Uber, so he had to write up on it. That was a little bit, you know, more cynical. The point, like, the more cynical take on what the fuck this organization, this anti-corruption organization. Oh my god, what the fuck am I looking through? Or was it on Telegram? All right, hold on. Let me scroll through here. Off. Man, where he was it, man, where the fuck was his post on the, anti-corruption thing? Or is it solely on Telegram that I saw it? It was 21 hours ago. It was further back than I thought. Oh, looks like the footage that Clash Report ripped is God damn. They go back a week. All right, hold on. Let me go to his fucking Telegram account. Find that fucking post. Where the fuck's his Telegram account? All right, give me a second. He's got a Ko-Fi account now. All right, preview channel. Let me in. Let me in. All right, found it. All right, zoom the fuck in. All right. Oh god, come on. Oh yeah. Then there's that T app bullshit that came out. All right, so. Oh my god, it put me all the way back in the fuck. Or wait, where am I? There we go. A little bit more. All right. I don't need this. God damn it. Ranking Member Shaheen and Senator Graham's statement urging Ukraine to continue fight against corruption. Following a statement after the passage of a law that undermined Ukraine's critical anti-corruption institutions, including the National Anti-Corruption Bureau of Ukraine and the Specialized Anti-Corruption Prosecutor's Office. Ukraine has made enormous strides in the anti-corruption agenda since the Revolution of Dignity. Notably, this process was made while Ukraine was fighting against Russia's aggression, which is a testament to the extraordinary will of Ukrainian people. So now you've got people in the U.S. who have been, you know, pretty strong Ukraine hawks are now coming out to criticize Ukraine. So here's this more cynical take. One last point I'll make about the Ukrainian crackdown on anti-corruption organizations is that many of these groups also served as instruments of EU-led oversight and control over Ukraine following 2014 coup. So those of you who haven't heard this side of the story is that the Maidan revolution that happened in 2014 is considered by many as a coup led by the U.S. and EU to overthrow, what is it, Lukashenko or something, a more pro-Russian president of Ukraine. After the removal of the pro-Russian president and weakening of Russian influence within the country, Ukraine did not gain true independence. Instead, it merely exchanged one set of patrons for another. This is why the EU and certain neoconservative elements in the United States are furious about the recent developments. What they lost was not just a handful of NGOs, but a key mechanism of influence that had been carefully installed after the Euromaidan coup. Again, emphasizing that's a coup. I'm not going to make another statement, but that's the other side of the story. Others see it as like a popular revolution that overthrew a Russian puppet. Others see it as the reverse, a U.S. coup against a legitimate pro-Russian leader of Ukraine. These institutions were not solely about combating corruption. They were also about embedding Western leverage deep within Ukraine's political system. They often operated in parallel to the Ukrainian state without being directly accountable to it, and theoretically had the power to bring down Zelensky or any other official deemed insufficiently pro-EU by mobilizing the Ukrainian civic society and criminal justice apparatuses with evidence of corruption. Nonetheless, while dismantling them may reduce foreign influence, it also eliminates the most effective tool for monitoring Ukraine's notoriously corrupt elite, and the real reason for the crackdown seems to be that these organizations began investigating individuals close to Zelensky himself. Not that Zelensky wanted real independence or whatever. TLDR, another flawless Putler victory. So, I remember, what's his name? What's his full, let's see here. He had a take, maybe I can find it. That Ukraine is functionally not an independent sovereign country, that it solely exists as like a plaything for independent countries like the EU and America or Russia. And his harsh take is that we shouldn't just settle a peace deal. We need to wholly serve up Ukraine on a platter to the Russians. Better for them to sort of, in a certain sense, better let Ukraine be a absolute puppet state of Russia than it be and I maybe I'm putting words in his mouth, but the way he said it is just like, we need to give up completely on Ukraine and surrender Ukraine to Russia. That's the way he sees it. So, but at a certain point he says about, like, he has said, I've heard him say it more on podcasts than anything else, that Ukraine is not a sovereign nation. To a certain extent, the way that Ubersoy described those anti-corruption organizations sort of fits with that narrative. And again, I'm probably gonna get called a fucking vatnik by anybody who's pro-Ukrainian. We're going to find essentially to come that our alliance with Ukraine will have more negative consequences by orders of magnitude than our support from Osama bin Laden needs. Ukraine says it hit dozens of Russian bombers in daring drone attack. Oh, that's when that happened, and he's complaining about that. Alright, yeah, he's on the anti-Russian. Man, all this was on fucking June 1st. Oh yeah, at this point, the only pathway to peace in Eastern Europe is for Ukraine to lose decisively and for Ukraine's state to be permanently shattered. The Ukrainians simply cannot negotiate, cannot think in their own interest, and willingly serve as the spearhead for provocative Western behavior. America needs to stay out of Russia's near abroad, and the Russians need to stay out of ours. So he's definitely taking this realist approach to things, that people need to have their respective boundaries, and Ukraine and Belarus are Russia's backyard, and we should not tread in there. Freedom and democracy, bullshit, I don't care, whatever. Yeah, so more of his anti-Ukraine sentiments. hell's going on out here? Alright, that's enough. Nope, you don't need to see my fucking homepage. Wow, for 45 minutes. Sorry, to 8:30. Alright, what was the last thing? Hamdallah humanitarian aid ship will be towed to Ashdod port of Israel. Forces activists will be deported. Whoop-dee-doo. Wah-wah-wah. Like, I know their hearts are in the right place, but, like, what were you expecting to happen? That the Israelis is just gonna let you do it? So, they probably, like, had a whole meeting where they just said that, you know, listen, we're gonna get arrested. There's no way the Israelis are gonna let us through, so be prepared and don't resist when the Israelis actually show the fuck up to arrest us. So... and I look over and I still have that Ebrom ST7 account open on my Instagram and just see a fucking child crying. It's bad. It's bad. I'm gonna make it worse in Anatolia, in Total War, Rome 2, the Nervii Campaign. Let's go. Enough sad international bullshit. I just realized I had this noise effect down like way too low. So actually, alright, let me clean up the fuck all this bullshit in here. Where am I going? I need to announce that I am live. And, alright, I think, yeah, my stream got fucking interrupted on Twitter. So, yeah, that lasted 26 minutes. This one's still live, so might as well. Oh. Pushng. Total. Wow, I cannot spell. I had to focus to actually type I am that bad. Imminently. The Nervii campaign continues. Onward to Galatia. Usual links below. Let me put some fucking hashtags in here. Hashtag to war. Rome. Hey, Rome. I. Is that a... Hashtag Rome. Hashtag goals. That's not... I don't even know what the fuck the point of this. Nobody's gonna pay attention to these fucking tags. Goals. Hashtag VTuber. Hashtag VTuber EN. Hashtag strategy gaming. Strategy game. Alright, that's enough of that bullshit. And my Twitch. Alright, almost done. And need to fix my, yeah, let's change this around. No more just chatting. We are now Total War Rome 2, where nobody is watching. Nobody's absolutely nobody's following this. There's 26 viewers across the entire platform on games related to this. All right. Total War. Wow. War Rome 2. Total War. Strategy. Strategy games. Games. Tactical games. Or may I say RTS. Because that evokes, yeah, let's just go with that. Alright, moving on. Launch the fucking game. Turn off the, background noise. Where is it? One of the first games I installed, so I should not have trouble finding it. Fucking coaster stuck to the bottom of my glass. Alright, you can do continue campaign since I haven't played anything by myself on this. Game capture. Can you get, is Rome 2 showing? Yes. Go right at it. And let me shrink myself down. Got the droopy eye again, damn it. Huh. Why is Keanu Reeves trending on Twitter? Oh, sorry. Likes bugging out. Damn, what's going on here? Hello? Oh, darn, I can hear my voice. Oh, God, I hate that. Sorry. No. Options. Run in window. Graphics. Run in window. Alright, it just kills the audio. That was loud. Alright, we're in. So we're at war with all of Anatolia at this point. Oh, and the Egyptians as well. Take a breather and oh wait, there's a fucking ship. There's a, is this oh, that is definitely a Pergamonese wow. What even would be the nominant? Pergamon Navy, fleet, flotilla. But I wanna get these guys over here, and then we're gonna launch. Honestly, it would be a shorter trip to go to Ephesus, but Rhodes is a less defended city, so I'm gonna say we're gonna bum rush it across here. At least drop off the troops, and then they can try and take the city. We'll see how heavily defended it is. Here, we beat the crap out of Macedon. We've gotten all of Thracia under our midst. What even do I want to turn this place into with all the money I got? Wealth from industry, wealth from industry. I didn't build up any local recruiting infrastructure, so that migration edict thing, I barely ever pay attention to my migration edicts. Let's go with Rosmerta just for the sake of cultural influence and +2 food, chieftains holds, farmers market, storage pit, slave trader, lore master. Let's go with the storage pit. Meeting ground, meeting hall. Jeweler. From mining, which we do have something here since we have a lead mine. And I did open up another shaft mine, so let's actually go with that. Is there something that would magnify that? Oh, there would be. Nah, let's go with the storage pit. What do I want? Let's go with some cattle. Wow, that ran out of money real quick. What's my family situation like? 29 and unmarried. Sorry. You don't have enough gravitas cost. You're useless. You're 25. Oh, you're a 3. I should find some position. Oh, you two are. You two are, you guys are somebodies. I should probably, let's see here. How old is your dad? Oh, he is. Where is he? Is he Gindu?
For the tribe.
And that's, nothing's happening up there, so how old is this guy? He is 57, so yeah, one of these, Laticos, no, it wasn't these guys. Brigios, yeah, you're 25, we should make the most out of you.
Honor the gods and your ancestors.
Honestly, how passive is this area? This place is good. This place is at 26. With military presence, it really isn't doing anything. So yeah, we'll place you with Brigios.
Honor the gods and your ancestors.
Where are you? Place with Brigios. Let's see if I can find him. Oh, this is gonna be... What the fudge? Rudos. Bornabos. Sobios. Scobantio. Oh, man. Man, these families are out of control. Katios. Benelos. Toxipo. Kanikos. Doesn't help that there's tons of women in here. Brigios. Yes. Oh, he's got mercenaries. We can get rid of those guys. Oh, why did I just blew money on that? Fuck. Philagoy of Roma? No, Fassali. We're fighting as the Gauls here. And when did he send that? He sent that like 4 minutes ago. I'm playing as the Gauls from all the way up over here, and Rome has not done well. Let's see here. How old is this guy? He's 41, but still we need to make some room for the young bloods out here. Let's see, is there anybody else? No. Kanikos. You know what? We'll give him a shot while he's still young. So, Kanikos. If I can find him. No. There we go.
Ready for battle.
Alright. Alright. I got rid of your use Am I gonna expand into the Black Sea? I'm not sure. Woody. Fine, I'll do this one since this place will be a manufacturing hub, maybe a more industry-driven place. turn on focus. Personal focus. Alright. Alright, we took Nick immediate. Wait, who's loading this place? Leading this army. He's 26. Alright, don't want to tamp his career just yet. Hill Warriors clan. I got him. I gave him a wife. So, you should like us, man. 75-year-old. Do I have a old hag that I can give you? No. This guy. Oh, this guy's young and unmarried. Do I have a daughter? She's 28. You probably don't want that. She's 23. Uh, 29. 37. Oh. Didn't pay attention to you, dear. Sorry. Oh, she's 35 and she's 43. Oh. Sorry, Katios, your line is gonna go run Baron. Sorry. Alright, no. Nope, they're not too closely related. Alright, so we need to have some people absolutely fucking glaze her. Just the question is who? There we go. Man, I even lost track of who we were stepping up. Ooh, she's 18. Maybe she would be a better catch for Divivacus. Divivacus. Let's see here. Any of you have some fucking shit to... Alright. Tessie. Again. Shit, ran out. It's at 22. Yes. Yes, that'll put her over the edge. Where is Techie? It's an interesting name. Oh wait, these guys fucking hate us. Politics. I can't just secure their position. Can any of you secure party loyalty? Alright, that was 2. Man, none of you can do anything. You're all useless. Bedorix. You can't do anything. You can't do anything. Let's give them some headway. Let's see here. What was it? What did it take to actually? What's the minimum requirements again for marriage? Where was she? Party's loyalty has to be at least 10. So let's send. Oh, I don't have enough money to make use of all these girls. Let's give them a little bit more headway. This is going to increase their influence, but oh god, wait, no, I boosted this guy's influence plenty. Shit. He's the guy I want to set this marriage up with. None of you have the ability to... God damn, this is so pointless. Alright, it's at 0. Imperium level 5, government type 5, political actions 4, bigot. Alright, but I know who we want to hook him up with. So... Okay. Oh, he's an admiral. Alright, I need to get back to the game. What's even going on? Where am I? So, there's 2 Rhodians units out here. Hello, 3 viewers on Twitter. Hello. So, I'm out of money. I'm on my way from victory condition. So, Razor sacked 35 different settlements. So, we're getting close to that. I have to hold 80 settlements. Shit. May not be enough, so I may have to... There's a lot I can push out here. It's still not enough, though. I want to finally, like, put these fuckers down. Do they even have any forces down here? I'm still at war with these guys. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep him here, just keep an eye on what's going on out here. This place is stable, this place is stable, this place is... I had a slave market here, I turned it into a lore master hut. Alright. Alright, well, she knows where she's going. And I was supposed to be training you guys, getting you guys up an army. But I ran out of money. I don't have enough money for anything with you, so...
Is there nothing else?
Let's just keep on exploring out here. Alright, so there's a solid army up there. There's 2 Rhodian armies up here. Nemesia, who are culture converting. It's good because this place is way too Greek. And Balkan. A little Eastern influence. Yo. Vilolian, hello. How'd you wander in here? Let's see here. Nobody needs an upgrade. Oh, you do. That, let's see here. I was gonna move up this way, and you come here to help keep the peace. I got multiple armies going around Anatolia. Alright, end turn. See what happens. Does the Pergamonese or does Pergamon respond or speed up? You don't need to sit through that bullshit.
It is a simple gift.
No, no, you ain't getting out of
Many
this.
appreciate, as we are.
Where are these guys going? Sparta is fucking with Macedon, apparently. Are you rushing the victory points? Sorta. I've been doing this campaign for months now, since I started streaming in January. So, yeah, I'm looking to finally finish this up and move on to, I don't know, some other strategy game. So, yeah, you have to take Galatia, which is in Anatolia over there, as one of the victory conditions. So, I'm trying to bum rush that, but I still have to get 80 other settlements. It's going to be annoying.
How can I assist you?
Yeah, they're not doing anything. Leonidas. Where? Oh, we got raided by... oh, Pergamonese. Alright, well, let's try it. Assassination. Enemy wounded. Alright, well, he's not in our head anymore. Alright, and he gets an upgrade from that, so... Sure, frenzied. I wonder, I could probably... Alright, these guys are at mostly at strength. Oh, but you're a little underpowered. Alright, let's get a mercenary... Shit, you don't have much cav. do it like that, and we're in the forest. Set up an ambush, so let's see one of these guys come like fucking charging in like retards. You hold the piece. You also get over here. We got 3 main armies going in here. You reconnoiter over here. And you couldn't find anything. But you get a rank increase regardless. Because this system rewards failure. Reconnoiter is, let's go with this. Alright, well, that Pergamese fleet is up there, retreated over there, so I want to see. Alright, fucking can't necessarily make out what's going on over there. You stand steady over there for the time being. I probably shouldn't have force marched them. Yeah, they can be a bit of a slug, so I'm gonna try and finish this up. I've burned out with this game. Brief aside, I was deployed. I'm former U.S. military. Technically, I'm still in the reserves, but not in any real capacity. I was in Japan for about 2.5 years. I used to have this nice Alienware laptop that I could play a game like this on. I finally got back, and a piece of it finally fucking broke. And so I was stuck in Japan for 2 years, and basically I didn't have the energy or time to get a computer repair. And then even when I got out of the military, I was still playing on this shitty little MacBook Air for like playing anything video game wise. So only recently for my recent birthday did my parents shell out as a birthday gift to get me a decent tower computer that I could finally play Total War Rome 2 on. So this was an expensive piece of equipment, and it also helps with, you know, being able to stream, you know, having a dedicated fucking graphics card. But yeah, this is basically coming up on like maybe coming on 2 years of me playing Total War Rome 2. Also been playing Total War Attila as well, but I'm a little bit burned out on things. So I might jump to EU4 when I'm done with this, because I think that's got a little bit more not flavor of the month, but more cred going on, where Total War Rome 2 has like 24 viewers across the entire Twitch platform, if that. Alright, sure, blow money on that. What else is there to blow money on? Or that. Oh, we can do both. I should balance out where I'm spending my money. Place is food sufficient. What about over here? Rome. Oh yeah, I've captured all of Rome. All of Roman province. Seems to be fine for now. You do this. Oh yeah, I need to upgrade these cities to get into farming Pegasus. And I'm out of money. Cool. Funny enough, as being in the Navy, you'd think that one of the more convenient video game platforms to have would be the Nintendo Switch. I never got one. Plenty of sailors and my fellow junior officers. I was an officer, not enlisted, in the U.S. Navy. Funny enough, I never got a Nintendo Switch. I basically get off out of active duty service and return to my family back in Northeast United States in time to celebrate my 27th birthday. Dating myself here, but I don't care. And what do I get as a gift? A Nintendo Switch. So all those years when it would have been the most convenient platform to play video games on, when you're stuck on a super confined ship and you don't have, like, you know, a dedicated TV, I didn't have a switch, but as soon as I got out of the Navy, I got it. Talk about God being extremely ironic with me, or fate, or whatever have you. I'm gonna find it. I forget. I keep on trying. Like, I'm supposed to be like building up this army. I can still afford 1 unit. What do I need? Guerrilla swordsman. I have naked warriors. Oh right, I was gonna build this up with naked warriors to meet what this objective. I got 1. Yeah, okay, so I filled it up with everything, so I'm gonna fill it up with naked warriors now. I'm prepping them to, you know, finish off the last of the Germans out here. The beginning of this whole campaign was me in a long form attack trying to like square off and get all these Germanic territories under my control. It was a slog. You don't look seasick from looking at the screen? Man, as an officer and a sailor, there's plenty of times you have to look at a screen on a ship. Also, like, you're confined inside. Like, it's not the screen that's gonna make you seasick. It's going to be the rocking of the ship more than anything. So yeah, looking at a screen, like, there's screens galore on a US Navy ship. So if you're getting seasick from, like, if you get seasick looking at a screen with the slightest amount of motion, you're like screwed in the Navy, because there's plenty of computer systems in the Navy. Alright. Anybody need a fucking upgrade or anything? Oh wait, I was trying to... Oh wait, I need to bum up these guys, this political support. Right. Is Mr. Headhunt? No, you don't have anything. I'm looking for somebody who can do improve relations. Hold up, let me cancel a building somewhere. Yeah, I don't need that. Everything's underway here. That can stay. Let's see here. Oh, it does cost, it's all, no wonder it costs money. 5, I don't have enough money more for it. Shit. Not gather support. What do you need? More zeal than the target's cunning, so I need my most zealous characters. I cannot afford this action. Goddamn, I'm trying to make a fucking political marriage. Not on an aircraft. I served on a landing platform dock, which can land aircraft. Mainly helicopters. So we can't do vertical aircraft like F-18s, E-2 Hawkeyes, but we can land V-22, Hueys, the Cobras, and MH-60 Seahawks. So yeah, I've had to, when driving the ship, we've had to, you know, air operations are nearly continuous every goddamn day. Alright, well, I don't have enough money for everything, so might as well plug that in. Make most use of it. Alright, where are my units? You're just hanging out here. What the heck? No, you stay. I want you keeping an eye on these guys. What the heck? Carthage Punic rebels. Interesting. Why did I pick Nervii though? Because, you know, I've been playing as the Romans like most of the time, so I said, alright, I need to swap it up. The funny thing about the Nervii is we know they are named by Caesar in his Gallic War memoir. But the game starts in like 211 BC, so it's kind of contentious to say that the Nervii existed. They're also apparently, like, Caesar described them as the most warlike and, like, least civilized of the Gauls compared to any of them. Maybe because of their constant... He also described them as having near constant fucking war with the Germans. So I thought, you know, being a barbarian, you know, they have the more vril in them. You may not be familiar with that term, but that, like, you know, barbarian energy that can be used to form an empire. So that's what I was just thinking. Instead of, say, like, the Averni, these guys. This is the tribe that led the siege at Elysia from like somewhere over here with the famous Vercingetorix or Vercingetorix if you want to flex your Latin pronunciation rules. So I just thought, you know, they're on the far end. Also, I guess maybe, you know, there's a bit of distance between them and the Romans. And, you know, more territory to expand into that's not directly... Because fighting the Romans is hard in here. One thing I've noticed that playing through this campaign is that armor is king. It makes playing as Rome easy. It makes playing as barbarians hard because you don't get units to... with heavy armor until you get like... There's only one building that does it, this one, and that gets you your Oathsworn, which is like the most equivalent to any of the Legionnaires. Whereas with Rome, you go up the tech tree, you start just getting like all your baseline units are super heavy armored. It just makes the game, it just makes your units way more durable and able to last longer. So on this end of the game, you have to be more judicious with your manpower because everything is fairly light. So I did it also just to challenge myself instead of, you know, doing, you know, beating Rome for the beating as Rome for the 10,000th time. I'm letting them live as a rump state right now, but I'm probably gonna need, I have to get up to 80 territories.
Can you not see? Together our armies could be nigh invincible. The world will tremble before our collective might.
They're at war with Rome. I don't want to get dragged into that, so let's put that on hold for right now. But maybe I'll go back them with a trade deal for the time being. Oh, there's another. I probably need to invest more in fleets. Syracuse is still alive. I believe those are supposed to be.
The skill of your generals.
Also, this is another fun thing about fucking Total War is that you're on the absolute ass end of the continent with Rome, and yet you're still fighting them. Like, no, you need to make peace, dumbass.
The best ale is of little.
They still really like us.
Throat when talking results in nothing.
Ugh. This is my second YouTube viewer. I got 8 viewers on Twitter. This is the best that Total War stream has done for me. Oh God. I need to find a young guy so I can move him up through the ranks. Sure. Iliatios, he's 42 and he hasn't done anything. All right. Let me see, who can I replace him with who's a little bit more fresh-blooded? Younger and more virile. Oxogaros. Oxogaros, it shall be then. So let's go to you. Actually, wait. You're just holding up that fort over there. You can stay. I'll leave that as is. Let's do this before I forget everything. More naked warriors up to max. There we go. That's gonna be so fucking stupid. What's their armor at? Their armor is at 11 compared to like a guerrilla swordsman. Their armor is at 50. But their melee defense is very high. I don't know how that tracks. CA is pretty damn lucky they could screw up so many times before the community left. Yep, they're slowly imploding. Did you see the news of there's that poor guy who was doing the promo videos about how he coded so that they could do simultaneous naval and land battles at the same time, and at least at sieges, and then he later came out like a decade after to leak about how absolutely broken Creative Assembly has become. Do you know who Arch Warhammer is? Formerly Arch Warhammer. He's now has just named Arch on his Warhammer 40k YouTube channel, lore YouTube channel. And I need you to scout up here and see what's what.
I'll just put that there.
What the fuck? Wow, okay, and also here's this glitch with all these like notifications that keep on Sabotage failed. Our hidden agent exposed. Alright, you fucking squat for right now. While I scout. It's pretty open actually, so I'm gonna go back and get you, and hopefully that doesn't change. Actually, what's this? That's a fleet. Then you'll link up, drop them off, take roads, and that'll be our sort of base of operations for seaborne activities. Alright, this class seems open, so bum rush it. I'm not gonna waste time with this. Or maybe do I? Yeah, I can understand becoming apathetic to total war, but I just wanted to do this for myself as a challenge. What was I bringing? Why did I bring up Arch Warhammer? Because, well, one, he did a video covering this recent story and made the point is that there's probably people in here, like, there's been probably so much turnover of people in Creative Assembly that none of the people who made the initial engine probably are there. It kind of gets to this point where this can be happen to any industry where, I'm gonna just auto resolve. Bye! Raise the city. Where you just have these systems upon systems, and the people who even know how they work are gone, and it's just people like looking at an old artifact. It sort of becomes like what happens in 40K, where you have the tech priests who are just administering over the stuff and have their rituals and superstitions about it, but don't necessarily fully understand the technology that they're dealing with. All right, what did I break? Well, and the farm for now. Arch isn't an exclusively a Total War Warhammer guy, a Total War YouTuber. But yeah, like what the latest Pharaoh series and Bronze Age War stuff has just been like abysmal. Oh yeah, he brought up an interesting story that apparently Sega, because Creative Assembly is actually owned by a Japanese fucking company, Sega. So he brought up that apparently Sega had to go over and like, you know, their execs were over there to figure out, hey, what's what going on here with no, wait, I'll make this our base of operate. I guess I just won't throw money into this one. Food for now. Storage pit and Tautis. Yeah, let's just go with that. Which one gives us the most bonus to public order? Wealth from all sources. I probably should be generalized and I can specify it later. High. Oh yeah! Say wanted to do that, and once public outrage cried out, yeah, they wanted to do that, and Creative Assembly did Alien Isolation, so they can do, you know, stuff that's not a strategy game. Yeah, Sega had to come clean shit, so you're up on that part of the story, so. You dumb gaijin, are you trying to bankrupt us? Alright, what does this guy need to get buffed on? Warrior Logistics. Weird story. Do you care at all? You're here to tolerate me, so I like VTubers. I like follow a lot of mainly the Face Connect girls, and I went to Offkai on my own dime. Okay, actually I got my parents to pay for the flight as like a late birthday gift. You know, which was cheaper than this fucking computer. And so there's a girl who goes by the name Gumbun. She's from Florida, at Mitchie Mania on Twitter. I was getting a whole conversation with her towards the end of the thing, and she was like one of the head people leading some events for Face Connect at Offkai and stuff. So I was asking her just like, you know, how did you get all this coordinated stuff? And she's asking me like why I asked all these questions. And so I hit her with the famous military trope of a line. Amateurs study tactics while professionals study logistics. And later when I met, wow, sorry, you just heard my fucking ruler hit my table. Later when I met her up again at an after party, she dubbed me Mr. Logistics. Because, yeah, it's all good and well to have an army, but you can't get it to the battlefield fast enough when you need to. You're kind of fucked. Alright. But these guys are just fucking sitting here. Fine, you just stay here. Oh, wait. You know what? I'm gonna swap you out. Where do I want you to go? You know what? You know what? Fuck it. You take Pergamon. Because this is gonna be fucking, and raise that too. Sega, especially in Modern War, I heard. There's so much shit a modern army needs. That might even be more officer jobs than others. Be more officer jobs than other industries. That there even might be more officer jobs than other industries. What do you mean by that? This is an aside. The reason why I'm pretty sure why Total War office jobs. Oh yeah. Yeah, I had this conversation with our new ship doc that we got towards the latter end of my time on my ship, and she like pointed out like the Navy operates logistics on like a way riskier basis than the rest of the military, because she remembered having to interact with some Army people at like joint Army-Navy places, and they were a little bit like dumbfounded by some of like the loosey-goosey, I don't want to say loosey-goosey, but the more acceptance of risk that the Navy just has to deal with when it comes to medical stuff, because the nature of being in the Navy. Whereas with the Army, we made the joke that like 80% of what, or half of what the U.S. Army is just a gigantic logistics machine. Damn, like I'm about to, right. You know what? You're just gonna go charge in there. Let's see if you can draw someone out. I don't care if I end up in a 2-to-1 fight. And you're holding the fort over here. You get over here. Like working paperwork. Yeah, there's plenty of that. Modern militaries run on paperwork these days. You're still just hanging out over here, stealing food and annoying the Averni. What are they even up? They're trying to fight for their own existence. So this is another Gallic tribe that started out up over here, and I beat the crap out of them, and now they're hiding over here in Carthage. Talk about a turn of events. Also, I'm pretty sure that the reason why one of the victory conditions is to get Galatia et Cappadocia. So that's et is Latin for and. So, what is it, this region? Is because historically there was a Gallic tribe that came from Central Europe, busted its way down in here, and settled in here after the Seleucids, one of the successor kingdoms to Alexander the King, Alexander the Great, stopped them up over here. I don't know if the Seleucids even exist right now. Ptolemaic Egypt apparently seems to be the one that's up in charge right now. So, that's who the Galatians were. So there were Celts apparently who settled up there. It wasn't enough to demographically transform the place, but it was apparently enough to, you know, make a mark on history. What am I even doing? Alright, this guy. Oh, he's still recruiting. This place is stable. Oh wait, I could upgrade. I could, you know, blow some money here. Got some public order that I can burn through. I initially took like this in like what is like Western Germany here and turned it into like a farming, a slush farm of sorts. As you can see, I probably don't need 2 fucking temples here. I probably could use another well. So actually, let's change that around. It's at plus 19. So I think it's good. Anything to upgrade over here? Chieftains holds. Oh, that would put it in like, yeah, what's even over here? 20% land units charge. Yeah, I should have done that a while ago before I got these guys' horses from there. What am I doing? Always use more food. +5 growth in all provinces, although every province has its max. 9 viewers on Twitter. I swear all these guys on Twitter are bots, because none of them ever chat. It's over here. What can I upgrade over here? There's probably some other neglected regions I need to look over. Yeah, like that. Can somebody... No, wait. I need to bust. I need to improve relations with these fucks. Oh. Who do I want to keep on side? The Spartans. Yes, you go over there and be important. And is this Diviwakos? He's still unmarried. Oh shit. They're nearly within range. There we go. Alright, they're at 10, so where's Techie? What's her name? All the way over here. I cannot afford this action. Fuck. Alright, what building can I not build? Want to do this before anything changes. Fuck. Let that go for a minute. Yep, there we go. I hate the mechanics of the system so well. Like, I should just be able to, like, offer up my daughter into the family over there. Like, EU4, European Universalis 4 handles it way better. I don't even know where this clan fucking came from. Alright, pardon my French. As in, pardon all my swearing. By the way, am I fully up on how many agents I can use? I am lacking behind in each one. So, I should you have one. You could probably use one. Yeah. I don't have enough money to get a new one. Because I guess I should train these guys up for a final conquest to finally get rid of the German scourge in Europe. And I guess move down and take the Black Sea, move out over here. I just need to get to the fucking 80 settlements requirement to end this shit. Alright, any upgrades? Alright, dawdled around too much, not diddling. If you want your party to be more loyal, you can recruit a dignitary and embed them. Oh, I haven't done that because I kept on, like, you know, anytime I have a general, one, I usually make them admirals to keep them unimportant, or I have them in back provinces that keep them, you know, away from the action so they don't get any of the glory. So, man, I'm getting hindered by agents left and right here. Wow, they're effective. God damn. Oh. Oh, their agents are more effective than mine. Failed bribery attempt. Okay. Political intrigue. Diplomat's return with a generous tribute. Oh yeah, right, I sent her on that. Hidden agent exposed. Military disruption. Bribe units. Wow, I got a whole unit to disband. Bribe. Another one. How many units am I down? Damn! Holy shit, and also these guys, oh boy, that's a problem. Are they gonna try and land, or are they trying to get the fuck out?